Yes, that's right, it's Joe here for Joyrider TV. On board the Hobie 16 catamaran sailboat, 16-foot catamaran. How fast is it? It's going to be faster today. Why is that? It's because I have fitted a rolling spinnaker, maybe gennaker, maybe code 0, definitely a rolling sail that we're just going to use on the free legs, which will be reaching courses and downwind. And this is the first time out with it, so I've made the system myself with the help of Alan, who have supplied the hardware for this furling system, and going to see how well it works and what sort of performance it does for us as we're sailing along. And one thing that I've noticed already is the amount of extra ropes on the trampoline. Maybe it's because I'm not running a very tidy ship. Okay, let's do something about that. Okay, much better. So what we've got on the boat ready for us is this line that's running down the middle. This is our furling line, and it's continuous furling line. So we could just pull it either way and it will roll or unroll, depending on if it was rolled or not rolled to start with. The other line that we can see on the boat is these bad boys, little bit long. These are the Spinnaker sheets, which we're going to use to control the angle of the sail once it's flying. So just for this trial run, just setting the Traveller out about a foot from the middle, and the Spinnaker furling line is uncleated. So in theory, all I've got to do, oh, how easy was that? That was very quick and easy. Compared to a conventional spinnaker, I would say almost amazing. Now at the moment, my spinnaker block arrangement isn't set. I've made this innovative adjustable system so that I can change the cleating angle, the sheeting angle, if I feel it's necessary. But this is great. All right, but this would be a sort of fairly good downwind course. All right, let's go for a jibe, see how we get on with that. I'm just going to untie a knot I put in there. So here we go, into the jibe. I'm just going to let it flap as we go in, because I'm a bit short-handed. Jib needs to be sorted out as well. So many jobs. Yes, it does add a job. Get the battens to pop, and the spinnaker, just pulling the sheet in. How easy is that? Unbelievable how easy it is with this sail. Yeah, it's smaller and flatter than a regular asymmetric spinnaker, which does make it a lot easier to handle throwing round through these manoeuvres. Where's that boat? All right, I'm going to do another jibe. I'm going to uncleat the jib before the jibe. Here we go. And push the jib across. And just pull in the spinnaker sheet. Easy. All right. This is, yeah, really satisfying. This extra speed and direction that this extra sail area is getting for us. Okay, of course, the one bit that we haven't tested yet is how easy is it to put it away. All right, so I'm going to put it away now. So I think I should be able to do this with one hand. I'm just going to grab the furling line here and pulling it all the way, so I'm wrapping the rope around the sail as well. I'm going to deploy telemetry overlay so that we can see how fast we're going. And now we're going to deploy the spinnaker. So here we go. That is fast. Fast deployment. It's the only way. All right, I have to sheet in the main a bit more. I'm going to engage good trim. So I'm coming to the front, for the good trim. We'll see what sort of difference that's made. But I think more than in this wind, more than extra boat speed, what it's given us is the ability to sail deeper downwind. How's the mainsail looking? Oh, maybe a little bit overcooked. Just, God, single-handed. For some, I think because we've got the jib as well, just feel like you've got a bit more on. Right, jib looks like she could come in a bit. Yeah, so we're definitely sailing a lot deeper here. So this is really light wind. It's got to be less than 5 knots of wind at the moment. And telemetry overlay is going to be displaying the numbers of how fast we're going. But it feels flipping lively. And for a really accurate comparison, I'm going to keep this course exactly the same, put the Spinnaker away, because we can do that really easily. And now see what our speed is. It feels much slower, much slower. That's how it feels. Okay, and we're going to time how long it takes to deploy. Ready? 3, 2, 1, deploy. I think that was possibly under a second. Very quick. And it's not just because of my amazing skills on the boat. All I did was pull the rope and it came out. See how high we can go with it. So I've got it sheeted in pretty hard. But look at that, there's almost no wind. And I'm feeling, this is how I'm feeling right now, that I could almost get out on the trapeze. All right, so this has been a very good first test. Of course, there will be more testing, and of course, there's going to be testing with much more wind. You know it. But for how it works, I would go as far as to say near perfect. I think if I had the Spinnaker blocks in a set position rather than kind of floating like they are, it would be better, but that's coming. It would just feel nicer not to have the Spinnaker block elevated like that, but that's coming soon. All right, if you want to get hold of one of these rolling Spinnaker kits, yes, I am going to be putting together a kit list, and that video is going to be the next one of how I actually put this set together. All right, one more jibe, here we go. So, here we go, what we're gonna do, jib, mainsail, Spinnaker, myself, steering, all of it. Have we got the skills? We know that we have. All right, kite in. Here we go. Woohoo! Yes, this has been, I'd say I was expecting it to be pretty good, but this has actually exceeded my expectations. Well done to everyone involved in putting this bad boy together. Little bit of tension on the sheet when we're rolling it means we get a tighter roll. There we go, let's wrap the sheets.